guys, welcome back to my channel. So I think it's time for I do a 24-hour readathon. Now I haven't filmed in such a long time. It's been weeks. The last video that I was filming was that technically I'm still in the middle of, is where I'm reading Beg, Borrow or Steal by Sarah Adams. I started that back in early January. I just haven't picked it up, not for the book's fault, it's me. It's purely me. So I've been a little bit slumpy. I don't know, slumpy. I always find when I'm editing, I'm like, I swear to God, that doesn't sound like the word I'm saying. So my goal is to get through a lot of my currently reading before I start new books, which I think might be part of the reason why I'm a little bit slumpy, because I'm just wanting to start so many books. I also think it's the season. I'm sorry, but January just was not it. Like, I was just slumping so hard. I am now playing Sims 4 a little bit more, but I think that's just because it takes less brain power, which is not a good thing, but also it might just be the shifts that I was doing. Technically I'm still doing, and the little sleep between. Ooh. So it's currently 6:20. So I've technically already started this, in the sense that I was getting 4 new tyres. I meant to intro it before I left the house, but I was gonna read during, like, whilst they were putting these tyres on. Took like half an hour in total, so you know, perfect. So I was like, I'm gonna read. Now I have 23 hours, 33 minutes and 34 seconds remaining. So I've read for what, 26 and a half minutes basically, and I've been reading Impossible Creatures by Catherine Rundell, or Rundell, I don't know how to pronounce it. The front cover is blurred by Michael Morpurgo, which is cool because obviously he's quite like so this is YA fantasy. I didn't really know what I wanted to pick up to read. Also, I need to blue tack these. Like, I'm sorry guys, I am sorry, but I wanted something. I didn't know what I wanted to read. I kind of didn't want to get into something with long chapters because I hate leaving something in the middle of a chapter. Did I leave it in the middle of a chapter? Probably, yes, I did. With like 7 minutes remaining as well. I do have 3 hours and 17 minutes remaining. I'm 31% of the way through of this book. I don't know whether I'll continue reading this, although the plot has gotten to the point where we've built up the world. We've now got to kind of them starting to fix what is kind of going on, and it's introduced a new character who's immediately, the moment you start hearing about this character, you know that they're going to become involved in some way because of like what they're kind of saying. So that's definitely interesting. I first saw this book because of, I don't know whether it was the Waterstones email or because of the front cover or both. But this front cover in colour is beautiful, like stunning. So I kind of wanted to read it because of that. Also, dragon on the front. I love a dragon book. Now, I'm definitely not as big of like I'm a fantasy girl, but like not a big fantasy girl. Like, for me, my most notable book series that I read that's fantasy is The Inheritance Cycle. So like Aragon. That to me is like, and like I read this, I was 10, 11, probably 11, but like, yeah, because I know that I was in year 6. So I read these a long time ago, and those are the books that are like, and I loved them because there are dragons. I love a dragon book. I do also like Harry Potter, Obviously not really dragons. Obviously there are some dragons, like of course it's a fantasy book, but I'd love a dragon, and I love a talking dragon as well. Like Fourth Wing, loved it because of the dragons. I really need to read Iron Flame, especially because one of my colleagues is in the middle of that book, because they saw all the hype about Onyx Storm and were like, and hadn't read any of the books, so they've then read Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and I love that. There's also another colleague that I found that's reading thrillers, and again, I love it. And also I do read thrillers as well. I feel like I was a fantasy girly in my childhood, but then kind of in my teens was like a thriller, but like late teens. And then I went on to romance, and I'm like, I love romance. I will say Beth O'Leary was I think the author that got me into romance, potentially. She's the one that I remember most. I don't know why I'm doing this with my hands. I'm not Italian. Like, that's the... Anyway, I want to try and get through as many of those books as I can, and I figured 24 hours, perfect. However, I am doing timer method. I want to get this finished by Friday. Like I said, it's Monday. Or did I say it's Monday? I'm working night shift Tuesday, night shift Wednesday. Basically means I'm not going to do any reading on Wednesday unless it's at work. So I'm doing so I will try, if I read like a chapter or two outside of my break, I'm not gonna count it as the time, because I will forget to stop that timer. Like, I will just get distracted and I won't be able to stop the timer. However, I'm also not likely to read on my break. So basically I'm not going to read at all on Wednesday. Obviously some of Tuesday I'm going to read because it's Monday night going into Tuesday. Thursday I potentially won't read because I will literally get back from work, just sleep. I will sleep like properly, because I won't have had much on the Wednesday. When I say much, I mean I'll have had like 5-ish hours, which not bad but not great. So like literally past time that I've done this, after my second night shift I came back and maybe went to bed about closer to 2 by the end of it, maybe close to 1, can't remember exactly. 2 at the latest. Went to bed, woke up at 2:30 this morning. I'm running on no sleep at the moment since that 2:30 because I tried to have a nap, wasn't tired. I'm now slightly hungry, so I probably am going to struggle to have a nap. So I think I need to eat something so I can have a nap. Like, only like 2-3 hours, just something that's going to keep me going until early morning before I can sleep again. But anyway, you guys aren't interested in that. So actually that means I might try to have to get it done by, I'm doing a night shift. I'm not going to be able to fully come back on Thursday and sleep because I've got my car's MOT and service. So I will get some more reading done. I also might do some book shopping because I feel like with the potential trauma that is me having to dip into my savings for car expenses, I think a book purchase is quite warranted. And caffeine, so Starbucks matcha latte. Love a strawberry matcha. I forgot to bring my whisk, so I can't make cold foam, but I have got my matcha tea powder. I also have a new backpack. I was going to show you. You need to see this new backpack. It's cute as... love it. Look at this. Look at how cute. Like, it's kind of like this patchwork pattern. It was on sale for £19. I would not have bought it, or I would have had to really consider my like self to have bought it for like full price. So when I saw it on sale, I was like, I still had to think about it. I've been thinking about this bag for the past month, which is how I know that I am okay to buy this bag, because I'm trying to be mindful with purchases, but the fact that I've been thinking about this bag for the past month, kind of a sign. And then it was on sale, so I was like, absolutely. I use a backpack for my work bag. I bought that bag back in 2019. It's the Hype Winnie the Pooh bag, like the honey one. Love that love that bag, paid for it with my own money. It's still going fairly strong. There's some slight wear, maybe where there's like a highlighter that's leaked and you can still see through it on like the front, like this kind of portion of the bag, you can see it in like one corner. You can see some very slight fraying of like the leather, but other than that, it's good. But I am the type of person where I need my work bag to just be a work bag. I can't have, and like I've used this bag for years as like my work bag. All throughout university, like it was the bag that I was taking to like placements. I bought a laptop bag. Well, actually no, I think my mum bought it for Christmas or something, because I wanted it, because it would have protected my laptop a bit better, like carrying it to and from school, university. And to be fair, I did use that bag, but then I used the yellow bag for placements, and so I've just continued on with that. But I want a nicer bag, and you're probably wondering, why don't I just use the laptop bag? The laptop bag kind of, it doesn't feel like it has as much space for other stuff. Like the space between, like I can put stuff in the laptop sleeve part of it, but I just feel like there's not much space. It feels like literal that much space, which does look like a lot on camera, but it just feels quite tighter space. So I don't tend to go for it. Not a bad bag, it's just not something that kind of serves purpose for me, so I probably should donate it. It is a nice bag though. It was from Amazon, and I definitely would recommend. I think I bought it because it was going to hold more weight, and then realised that I wasn't taking as much to university as I was expecting. So yeah, but I had a potential holiday that I was going to go on. Oh, there was some nice padding, to be fair. I had a holiday that I was potentially going to go on, didn't end up happening, or like the planning of it didn't end up happening because of like family stuff, which is a part of the reason why we'd have gone anyway. But because of that, we're not going to go, and it was like to Australia as well, so I was like, I needed a proper bag, and I wanted a nice bag that's not my work bag, which is part of the reason why I took the plunge and purchased it. It's the only thing that I have purchased for what would have been the potential half holiday, half not kind of situation. Will I regret buying this bag? Absolutely not. I wanted this bag. I had definitely been thinking of it. I will say it is Abercrombie, which first time I've ever bought from there. I'm not this bougie kind of person, although I am a basics girly, so I do like my basics. In terms of like clothing and like, I do like floral patterns though, obviously, as you can tell. But like if I'm going to buy a pattern, it's floral, but it's like that ditzy floral. Anyway, I'm in the middle of 16 books. To get back to the non-rambling, one of these books is The Foxglove King. I did actually read maybe 2 chapters. I've read 62 pages. This book has now started to pick up, so I definitely want to read this book. I think because this is going to be a quicker book to go through, I might try and finish this one first. I'm expecting to get, I was about to say I'm expecting to get through 4. I've only got like 3 hours and 17 to go on this book. So I might get through 5 potentially, but I am not as much of the way through a lot of the books. This book is obviously shorter, but I've also read 31%, so actually I've read almost a third. So I've done a little bit of the I've done a quite proportionate amount of legwork on this book, so it feels easier to go into. I've got Ninth House, I've got Atlas 6, I've obviously got this book, which is like 500 pages. Is it 500? It's at least 400. It's like 450. 466, should I say. So it's, but I've got about 400 pages left. And like, this is fantasy, so it's probably going to take me a little bit more to go through. I have like an adventure. I think I have a thriller. Do I have a thriller? Potentially not. I also have Tom Lake, but I started listening to that by audiobook, and I really should have took the plunge and bought the ebook when it was 99p, but I didn't. So that's a me problem. But then I started it because it has, I can't remember her name narrating it. I've been awake for too long, guys. This is book 1 in a series. Based on, now that it's picked up, I could potentially want to pick up book 2. The first start of it, I had to reread the first 30-ish pages or whatever I'd read previously in order to like get back into it. But this is a gothic and darkly romantic new epic fantasy series. And I first picked it up because of the cover. I bought this in Waterstones, Birmingham, when I was touring. Like, I'd toured Birmingham Hospital. I decided I was going to check out the city centre, see what it was like. Obviously, spoiler alert, I didn't end up moving there because of stuff that was going on. And I don't think I'd have, in the end, wanted to move there, because I toured the place that I was going to work, and I was like, this is nice. And if I had like passed all my stuff, I'd have gone to work there. But I felt like overall it wouldn't have been a good fit for me long term. I love how I've talked for 18 minutes and no book reading has occurred in the duration of this video. But I feel like I need to give updates and whatnot. But yeah, so I bought it when I went there. I bought 2 books from Waterstones that time. I can't remember. I bought a couple of books, I think, during that visit. But I bought a second book from Waterstones during that time, I think. I feel like I'd need to go back to that vlog and look at it. But I think I'd be excited to get into this. I do also obviously have their Burrows deal, but that's like a separate video. So I don't think I'd go through that, but basically I've got a lot of the way through to go for quite a few books, where I'd have to put in probably at least like 6-7 hours, hence why I'm expecting to only finish like 4. I might not even finish 4, I might only finish 3, but like make a good headway through a 4th. And I think that's like my overall plan is to get through more of books. Like, even if I didn't finish any books or only finish like 1 book, if I get through more of a book, that's kind of my plan. I don't know whether I'll read Harry Potter in this video because that's going to be quite an easy book to tick off. I kind of want to work on the harder books, like the books that I've been putting off, like the books that I've been avoiding continuing. So yeah, I think it would be good to do this because then I can kind of get on to doing kind of more fun ones. Like, don't get me wrong, this is still fun, but like the kind of proper challenges. Like, I want to start new series, I want to continue series, I want to finish series. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm sorry for rambling, and let's get on to the reading. Okay, so it's now Friday. I have 22 hours, 41 minutes and 22 hours, 21 minutes and 41 seconds. I had to remember that because I can't see it because it's on you guys. Let me turn that so I'm like, yeah. Anyway, the last time I read was like Wednesday morning. I didn't read as much as I said I was going to. And then I worked, and then I slept, and then I worked again, then I had my car's MOT, and then I slept for 12 hours. So it's about time that I get through this video. I'm expecting I'll finish this maybe Sunday instead of finishing this. Did I say Friday or Saturday? Anyway, I'm not going to get through all 22 hours today. I might get through a big chunk of them. I am currently hungry. All I've had is banana. And I woke up at like 10. But then I did sleep for 12 hours, so my body's not had much to eat. I'm hungry. Oh, I'm hungry. I have just found a book haul though. So there is that. But yeah, what I've read, so I continued reading Impossible Creatures. I'm enjoying it even more than I kind of expected to. It's like an easy read. Like, it is YA, maybe even middle grade. I think it's actually like probably recommended for ages 9 to 12. So it's really simple to read, but also I am enjoying it. I think sometimes it's nice to read, like, I think this is even more simpler than like Harry Potter. Like, there's nothing complex apart from like the odd you've got different like magical creatures. So yeah, it's just, the plot's now developed in a way that I wasn't seeing, but also I'm enjoying that development. And I think when I start this timer again, the king and I continue counting down, I will pick this book up first to finish it. So I have made it to, let me wake my Kindle up. I have made it to 57% of the way through the book, which is quite nice to do. And how long does it say I've got left? 2 hours and 1 minute remaining, so I can get through this really quickly, and then move on to a different book. I don't know what book I would pick up. Probably a Kindle book, because I don't think I have any of the other books that I'm in the middle of in physical format with me. So maybe it'll be a Kindle read time. What books am I in the middle of? I've slept since I last looked. Oh no, I do have a physical book with me. I have of the Foxglove King. I don't need to look at this. I don't have any other physical book with me, but when I fancy a physical book, I'd have at least got this to work through. Book hauls are really bad because they make you want to read books. Like, I purchased this book. Never wanted to. It's floppy. Like, you can tell it's printed in America, and I'm like, I'm not even holding this open. Look at that flop. But all these books is just making me want to pick up. Although, to be fair, I can't pick up this book because I've not read Swift and Saddles, although I have got it on Kindle. I can't pick up this book because I haven't read Belladonna at all. Although I could pick up this book. Or 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 I've got Iron Flame in front of me. I could read Iron Flame. To be fair, I think if I only had like 2 hours remaining, I could be tempted to just pick up Iron Flame. Even if I've not gotten like below 10, I could be tempted. I could be tempted. So yeah. Because I want to get through start Iron Flame. Because I'm pretty sure my work friend. So I obviously mentioned I've got two colleagues. Where I found out they're reading. I forgot about another one. I know, I'm really sad because we'd had a book conversation beforehand as well. She's currently in the middle of Onyx Storm. She's already read all of Avatar. Hasn't read Throne of Glass because obviously that's an 8-book series and it's quite intimidating. Yeah. She'd also read something else as well. Oh yeah, she's read the whole of the Boys of Tommen series. She started that in January. They're 800-page books. So, in like, well, oh no, she was reading them in end of December. So in the grand space of like less than 2 months, she's read all 5 books of the Boys of Tommen series. So, yeah, that's a lot of books. A lot of pages. A lot of pages, not books. But yeah. I don't want to read. Yeah. I need to. Because I have Atlas 6. I've obviously got Ninth House. I've got Harry Potter on Kindle. I've got Swim to Me. I've got Dial P for Poison. So, I've got Gothicana. I think Gothicana would be quite a quick one to get through. Because I think I've only got like 3 hours. Oh, telling me to go forward. Because I read some on my Kindle. Oh no, I have 4 hours remaining. Oops. I need to eat first because my tummy is rumbling way too much. But yeah. Because currently I'm at 16. Currently reading. And I need to get that down. So, yeah. I need to get that down pronto. It's just too many books that I'm in the middle of. I could read To Sleep in a Sea of Stars, but that would literally be the whole video gone on just that book. Because I've got like 700 pages remaining at least. I need to clean this Kindle case so bad. But yeah, I'm getting distracted and I'm talking and I'm rambling. Also, this is like what I don't wear makeup too often, like a full face, but I'm like loving it. I really want to start a new book. I've only read 28 more minutes of this book and I don't think it's this book at all. I think I'm slumping hard. because I'm kind of stuck to 16 books that I can read. And I just, because I'm gonna recap to myself, like, I already can see like 6 books on my Kindle, and obviously I've got that book, and I don't think it's any of those books. I just don't think I'm in the mood for those books, which, not great. I think if I was filming my video where I read Beg, Borrow or Steal, then I don't know whether I'd have a better time. But also I feel like I'm not in the mood for any of these books. So like, I'm in the middle of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. House of Earth and Blood, that's related to a different video. The Devil's Seed by Clive Cussler. Beg, Borrow or Steal. Impossible Creatures, which is the book that I've just read more of. Die or P for Poison. Daisy Hates. Maybe I should have brought Daisy Hates with me. Ninth House. Tom Lake. Wuthering Heights. Swim to Me. To Sleep in a Sea of Stars. Gothicana. The Foxglove King. The Gingerbread Christmas Village. And the Atlas Six. Yeah. A lot of those are fantasy. How many of those are fantasy? 5 of those are fantasy.